Alrighty guys, so it's currently about 3:20 p.m. on the East Coast, and would you take a look at that? The red is continuing. We have the S&P 500 currently down 1.8%, the Dow's down about 1.4%, the Russell's down 1.5%, as we have the Nasdaq down 2.8%, and the VIX up almost 5%, and last I checked, gold was, pretty much at break even, as silver's down 1.6%, and Bitcoin is almost under 20,000 a coin last I checked, and we will be breaking down Bitcoin later in this video. So you guys know the deal. We're going to break down charts, stocks. Again, like I said, Bitcoin. We'll take a look at Ethereum, and I want to go over what I'm doing overall in these markets. So sit back, relax, take a sip of your coffee, and let's get right into the video. So like I said, it's currently 3:20. We do have 40 minutes left, 40 minutes left in the session today. So there's most likely going to be more crazy price action throughout this video as we're still live in the trading day. And as you guys can see, based on the 20-day chart right now on Triple Q and on SPY, we are still holding the uptrend here from the past couple of days, but not by much, right? We're pretty much right at the bottom of the trend line here on SPY, and Triple Q is literally at the bottom of the trend line right now. So this is pretty much the moment of truth, and I'm not sure if we're going to get much more downside throughout the course of today, as we only have 30 minutes left. I mean, we could fall through the floor right before close, but tomorrow is the day that I'm going to be watching very closely in terms of, okay, are we going to get that leg down again and break through this 20-day trend line, or are we going to get some sort of momentary bounce? And by the looks of it, guys, it does not look like we want to bounce anytime soon. I mean, look at this intraday chart on Triple Q. Then we'll take a look at SPY. This has been selling off all day, literally all day. Triple Q has been selling off with very minimal rallies in between the selling. So you can clearly see that here on the 1-day 1-minute chart. Same thing with SPY, and we're not showing any signs of a bottom and any signs of a reversal. So keep that in mind. And the 5-day chart looks like we're collapsing today, obviously, on both SPY and Triple Q. So be careful. And you guys know my take on the 4-hour chart. We've talked about this time and time again. We got rejected at that 180 SMA on Triple Q and on SPY. This looks very bearish in my opinion, so be careful at these levels, guys, seriously. And later in this video, we're going to talk more about SQQQ, SPXS, kind of how you can hedge in this environment that we're in, where there's a lot of volatility and obviously a lot of days where we have big red days. And I'm not talking 50 basis points or 0.5% red day. I'm talking 3% red days in the NASDAQ. Like today, we're down 2.7%, 2.8%. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, guys, as always. And if you haven't done so already, and if you like the content here and want to help me out in the good old YouTube algorithm, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. And again, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. And with that being said, let's dive over to Webull and take a look at Bitcoin. And by the way, if you guys want some free stocks, you can get 6 stocks from Webull with any amount deposited using that link down below, or you can go to stocksurfs.com/Webull. So get your free stocks. And with that being said, let's look here at Bitcoin. So what have I been saying about Bitcoin, technically speaking, right? 20,000 is a very big level. And yesterday when we covered it, I think Bitcoin was at 2,900 or something like that. Earlier today, it was at 2,500, and right now it is at 20,250 to 300. It's currently down over 2% on the day. So it's getting awfully close to that 20,000 massive level of support right now, and that kind of psychological level, right around that high from 2017. This is going to be a big spot for Bitcoin. If the bears push through, like I said, 17, 18 could be right around the corner. There could be a lot more downside, and we might even break 17.5. And like I've said many times on the channel here, I'm not a big crypto guy, Bitcoin guy, nor do I want to be, nor do I care to, dive in and learn everything about Bitcoin. I'm more of a stock market guy. I've said that before on the channel. But if Bitcoin does get down to about 8,000, 10,000, 12,000, I might start throwing more money at it. I do have a little bit of Bitcoin now, but I might start throwing a lot more, make my position, beef it up a little bit if it gets 8, 10, 12 in that, general vicinity, right? So let's take a look at Ethereum, ETH, which I have never owned Ethereum. I'll be honest, I've never owned it. And I do not own any right now. And who knows, maybe one day I will own it, but you guys might laugh at me when I say where I'd consider buying it. It's around $300 to $500 a coin. We're currently at about $11.50, but like I said before, if Ethereum breaks the magical 1,000, 1,100 level of support, 800 could be right around the corner, and then when we're at 800, 500 doesn't seem too far away now, does it, right? And I think we could get there if things get way, way more bloody and just way more volatile, which who knows? They might not, but I have my price target. I'm sticking to it, and if it gets there, I'll be ready, and I'll be buying more, or not more because I don't own it. I'll be buying Ethereum for the first time as a speculative position, and mind you guys, Bitcoin, Ethereum, these are not going to be big positions in my overall portfolio. They're just going to be more speculative, kind of like the way I'd treat a penny stock or a speculative stock that is unprofitable or something like that, right? That's how I'm going to treat Bitcoin and Ethereum. They're not going to be a big part of my portfolio. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, and let's dive into some stocks now and talk mostly, well, not mostly, but we're going to talk about energy stocks to kick off the stock portion of this video. So let me go over to ThinkOrSwim, make my face bigger because I know you guys like staring at my face all day, right? So the first one is Occidental Petroleum, which we got news. Warren Buffett and Berkshire Hathaway purchased a total of 9.5 million shares of this company on June 17th and June 22nd. Total shares, almost 10 million purchased on those two days combined. And now Berkshire's stake in Occidental Petroleum is 153 million shares and is worth $9 billion. Holy freaking crap. So they're gobbling up oil stocks. Occidental Petroleum, I'm not sure what else they bought. I got to dive deeper into it. But you guys know, Buffett, Berkshire, they like banks, they like energy, and that's kind of what they own right now. Obviously, they own Apple, they own a bunch of other businesses outright. But when it comes to bigger businesses, you guys know Buffett, Berkshire, they like, again, they have Apple, but they like big banks, energy, things like that, companies like that. So, yeah, they're buying more. And what does that tell you about where Warren Buffett's head's at? Not only does he have a lot of cash, and Berkshire has had a lot of cash for years at this point. People are like, why is Warren Buffett sitting on all this cash? Now he's looking pretty smart, right? Not only do they have a lot of cash, and now that I think about it, they might have outperformed the markets now the past couple of days because Berkshire, yes, they have taken a hit from the market crash recently, but not as bad as a lot of other funds or a lot of other people in general, right? Because they had a lot of cash, they had that cushion, and they had a lot of stocks that are holding up pretty well. And I'm not sure where I'm going with this, but it's crazy that they had a lot of cash, weathered the storm very nicely, and now they think, Berkshire, Warren, they think that energy, it's gone up a ton, it's going to go up even more. They think there's more. I mean, they're putting more money into Occidental Petroleum. Why would they beef up their position if they thought the energy run was over? So keep that in mind. That's something we could take out of this. They're very much so still bullish energy, and that's good for me. I mean, hey, that's good for me. When I see Warren Buffett and Berkshire, going along with what I think is true as well. I think energy, the run's not over. And I'm not piggybacking on other people's investments, or I'm not just going to buy a stock because Warren Buffett bought it or anything like that. But the fact that he's kind of, what's the word here? The fact that he's validating my, existing opinion by, buying more shares himself, that's good. That's good for me because I personally I don't own Occidental Petroleum, but I do own XLE, and XLE today is up 2.2% when I'm filming this video, and this is one that I've owned for probably over a year at this point. I was buying it in the 40s, 50s, 60s. This is a position that I've had for, again, over a year. My average is probably in the mid-high 50s at this point, and I don't plan on selling. And we'll see. Maybe I'll add more at some point in the future. I'm not not. I'm kind of undecided on that, but I'm definitely holding on. And again, the fact that Buffett is not only holding, he's buying more, that kind of validates what I'm doing. It makes me feel good about holding on to energy. And who knows, maybe it all comes crumbling down. That's the risk we take as investors every day, guys. Things could always collapse, but that's just part of the game, right? And if you have proper risk management, you're diversified, you're going to be fine. At the end of the day, long term, you are going to be fine. Another one that I'm looking at here, which is energy-based, it's Hess Corporation. This stock's up over 5% when I'm filming. Clearly, we're getting buyers at the bottom of this channel. Now, we're not above the moving averages quite yet, but we're pretty dang close to breaking out. We're testing them currently, but we're not breaking out. And these moving averages are right about 113, 114, 15 bucks. I'm going to set my alert. Mark is at or above 115 bucks a share. If that point breaks on Hess here, watch out for a move to the top of this channel. Now, will this happen in a day or two? There's no freaking chance. But over the course of a couple of weeks, if we get a rebound in crude oil, which we're starting to get, if this breaks 115 a barrel, the energy stocks start coming back, then okay, maybe in a couple of weeks, Hess starts making that move. So I'm just putting it on your radar, guys. I'm not telling you to buy right now, but you got to watch out for it. Ticker symbol HES. And let's quickly take a look at the inverse ETFs very quickly. Leveraged ETFs, whatever you want to call them. SQQQ is currently up 9%, and this is why I like watching these. I don't always buy them and trade them every single day. Sure, there's people out there that probably do that, but me, I don't buy and trade these every day. But I do trade them. During the volatility, and today is a great day for this SQQQ inverse leveraged ETF. We have the NASDAQ down 3%. That's why it's up almost 9%. That's how it works, guys. And who knows, if this crash gets worse, QQQ, look at this. If this starts going under, let's say 280, there could be even, more upside for SQQQ. Another one is SPXS that I always talk about. This tracks the S&P 500. If the S&P 500, like today, is down 2% roughly, we're going to have almost a 6% green day roughly in SPXS, which, look at that, S&P is down 1.9% right now. SPXS is up almost 6%. Crazy how that works, guys, right? Crazy how that works. So during this volatility, market crash, bear market, whatever you want to call it, this is what I'm watching. These two are what I'm watching for the volatility. And obviously, they have inverses. Maybe not obviously. If you don't know, SPXS is the bear version of the ETF. The bull version is SPXL, right? SPXL. This goes up when the S&P goes up, and TQQQ goes up whenever the NASDAQ 100 goes up. You follow me, right? You guys probably know what I'm talking about for the most part. So let's switch gears now and talk about these crypto stocks, which are not doing well today. Coinbase is down another 9%, and Voyager, VYF, or what the heck's the ticker? I always mess it up. VGYVF. Why is it so freaking complicated? Make your ticker. Wait, actually, that's not even it. VGYVF. Oh, sorry. It's VYGVS. All right, or VYGVF. Sorry, guys. Sorry. But it's currently down 27%. Another 27%. And they're just, the cards are falling, guys. The house of cards are just collapsing on, Voyager, on 3AC, that hedge fund. We're not going to get into that in this video, but I'm just pointing it out. This could easily go to zero. This company could be out of business in a month from now. I mean, that's where we are. 3 months from now, they could be under easily, especially if Bitcoin goes 15, 10, 8,000 like we've talked about on this channel. Voyager is going to go under, in my opinion. Coinbase probably won't go under unless things get like the Great Depression, or maybe not that bad. But if they got very bad, okay, fine. Coinbase might go under. But if we have a decent, medium, mild recession, Coinbase can make it through. They have the brand name. I think they'll get funding. I don't think they'll go under. FTX probably will make it through. I mean, from what I've been seeing and reading, they're looking to maybe merge with Robinhood. Who knows? knows? That might be a bunch of BS. It might happen. And if it does happen, that could be a pretty interesting duo right there. We have Robinhood with stocks. I made a short about this earlier on here on YouTube. I'm not sure if you caught it. Robinhood with stocks, FTX, now they're doing stocks. They're going to collaborate on that maybe, and then FTX does crypto, all that good stuff. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting, guys. This space is going to be, a lot of money is going to get sucked out of it during this crash. It's already happened. This has been going on for months at this point in the crypto space. And sure, there's going to be survivors, but a lot of people are going to go out of business, bankrupt. They're going to lose everything, margin calls. I'm just saying, and you guys know this is going on for the most part, right? Maybe you don't look deeper into it. It's going to get ugly. So if we do get ugly in the stock market, things are very ugly now. But if things get even worse, these are 3 stocks, and I've talked about them on my channel many times, but these are stocks that I will be buying. They're on my watch list. Like I always say, have a watch list, a shopping list of stocks you want to buy during a crash, especially when we're in a crash. You want to know. In a crash, you want to know what stocks you want to buy. And these are top 3 right now on my watch list that I don't already own. Number 1's Adobe. I've talked about it a lot. If Adobe gets down to 300, 250, 250, 300, right around there, that's where I'm going to consider starting a position. Not even consider, because I'm considering it now. When it actually gets there, if it gets there, I'm going to be ready, because I'm going to have my mind made up before it gets there. And, it's not about whether I want to own Adobe or not. I want to own Adobe, but the question is, what price am I willing to pay for Adobe? Is it 500, 600, 700? Heck no. That's overvalued, guys. Overvalued. But anything under 400, you can make a case depending on, your time horizon, your rate of return that you want, your assumptions of how the business is going to do over time. Anything under 400 with Adobe, I think, is fair game. But for me, I want to pay a margin or a price that gives me a good margin of safety. And at that point, or for that to be the case for me, I've calculated 250, 275, 300 is where I'd feel comfortable. Currently, Adobe's at 367. It's got some more to go on the downside, but if it gets there, we just recently hit 338. If we take that low out, go under 300, that's my chance. Adobe is one that I'll be buying. Another one is Ford, and I understand if we get into a nasty recession, this is why I'm a little bit, I don't want to say hesitant on buying Ford, but I'm going to be picky with what price I pay. If we get into a nasty recession, you guys know automobiles, that industry is going to get hit. We know this is going to happen, right? And Ford, at that point, if that's where we're going, and I think we're already in a recession, the question is, how bad is it going to get? If Ford does go under $10, which I think it will, and it starts going to $7, $8, that is where I'll be buying Ford. And you guys might be looking at me like, Stas, what are you talking about? It's $12, $7, $8. That's implying another 30, 40, maybe 45% more downside. And yes, that's exactly what I'm implying, guys. And you'd be surprised how quick things can come down as we're getting into a recession, in a recession, and as this company, Ford, starts, reporting maybe 1, 2, 3 quarters, maybe multiple quarters of, declining growth or, poor earnings in general. That could cause a stock in a recession to get hit very aggressively. So I'm telling you, Ford, $6, $7, $8, I'll be buying it out the wazoo. I promise you guys. And when we get there, I'll be saying this. If we get there, if the stock does get there, which is not guaranteed, but if it gets there, I'll be telling you guys, I'm buying Ford, I'm buying Adobe, and the next one here is NVIDIA, which I'll be telling you guys, if NVIDIA gets under 125, $100, I'll be telling you guys I'm buying NVIDIA, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the content here on YouTube, guys. And look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA is awfully close to that low that was hit about a month ago, 150. It might be going to 100, 125 in, the next couple of weeks, months. That is possible, guys. So that's where I'd be buying Nvidia. And with that being said, I guess that's it for the video. Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, drop me a comment, join my Patreon link down below, and get your free money from Moomoo. You get 10 stocks, each up to $2,500 with a $100 deposit, and you can get 6 stocks from Webull with any amount deposited. All of those free stocks are linked down below. And with that being said, cheers guys. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.